Okay, so now we are going to do a word problem because piecewise functions are really practical for real life scenarios. So we are on page, I don't remember what page it is, page 23 in your workbook. And we're going to do problem number 22. We are not going to do this part right here, but we do need that space. So you can mark those parts out so that we can use that space to work out problem 22. Okay, so this says if Kyle works more than 40 hours per week, his hourly wage for the extra hour or hours is 1.5 times the normal hourly wage of $10 per hour. Write a piecewise function that gives Kyle's weekly pay, P, in terms of the number H of hours he works. Determine how much Kyle will get paid if he works 45 hours. Okay, so right away we have two scenarios for Kyle. There's two scenarios. Scenario number one is that he works 40 hours or less. Okay, and if he works 40 hours or less, he gets his normal wage, and his normal hourly wage is $10 per hour, or $10 times the number of hours he works. Okay, so if I go to set up a piecewise function for that, I can say, what do they want me to name it? They want me to name it P, his pay, in terms of H equals, and then I'll set up a piecewise function. And the first scenario only applies if he works 40 hours or less, but we can't work negative time, so I'm going to say his number of hours is 0 less than or equal to H less than or equal to 40. So that says 40 hours or less. He gets paid $10 for every hour that he works. All right, that's scenario number one. Scenario number two is if Kyle works more than 40 hours. Okay, it says if Kyle works more than 40 hours, his hourly wage for the extra hours is 1.5 times the normal hourly wage. Okay, so if he works more than 40 hours, for every hour extra after that, he gets 1.5 times his normal hourly wage. So his normal hourly wage is $10, but 1.5 times that times 10 is $15. So he gets paid $15 for every hour that he works above 40. So if he works more than 40 hours, he gets the $10 for the first 40 hours that he worked, plus an extra $15 for each hour that he's worked above 40. And so I express that with H minus 40. So again, this means $10 an hour for the first 40 hours. Let me get my yellow out. $10 an hour for the first 40 hours. Then $15 an hour for the hours he worked after 40. So you have to take the number of hours he worked, subtract the 40 that he already worked, and then that'll give me that. Okay, so that would simplify to 400 plus 15H minus, and I need my calculator just to double check, 15 times 40 is 600. And then I'll simplify that even further. I'll have 15H minus 200. So if he works more than 40 hours, he'll make 15H minus 200. So I'll add that to my piecewise function. If H is more than 40. And then I'm going to erase this so that I can have more space. Okay, So then the next part of the question says, determine how much Kyle will get paid if he works for 45 hours. So that means I need to find, I'm going to do a little box over here. I need to find P of 45. Well, which line of my piecewise function do I use? Do I use the one that goes for between 0 and 40 hours or the second line that's for greater than 40? Well, 45 is greater than 40, so I'm going to use the second line. I'm going to substitute in 45 for H. And then evaluate P of 45. So 15 times 45 minus 200 is $475. Okay. All right, so this should be enough to get you through the Math Excel assignment for today. If you guys need any help, you can click the Zoom link and come back in during our class.